Randy in McKinley, Texas writes, Paul, thanks for all the time you take to help educate the listening audience with your videos and daily blogs. My pleasure, sir. I, as so many others, have learned so much from your sharing, your experiences, and your knowledge. Can you please rank in order of importance the following 4 items as it relates to getting the best possible soundstage, instrument separation, and musical accuracy? The equipment, speakers, gear, etc., speakers setup, types of audio being played, DSD, PCM, etc., or the quality of the music production or source being played. What is it that is most important? I realize all of these are important, but where's a logical place to start? Well, I've often said when it's equipment, speakers are the obvious. Speakers are the single worst, most variable pieces of equipment in audio. Nothing is even remotely close to speakers. And you've heard me say this probably 50 times, right? Speakers vary from the god-awful to the amazing and everything in between. And you can't say that about electronics. Look, we make and have made electronics for 50 years. And I can tell you from experience that if you take a 30-year-old DAC that we manufactured, it still sounds great today. Is it as good as the DACs we make today? No. No, in a direct comparison, there's a clear difference. But one's not awful, and one's not just like out of the ballpark. They are both good. I can't say the same for loudspeakers. For those of you that have followed this channel, and you know that when we delved into the idea of building our own line of speakers, one of the reasons we did it is because of the disparity of speakers out there. I mean, a friend of mine, Paul Sedor, who's a reviewer over at the Absolute Sound, kind of a famous film editor and a good friend, he and I were having lunch and talking about it and just shaking our heads at the variability in loudspeakers. Like he said, you know, I have to tell you, 95% of the rooms I walk into at a show are aggressive and assaulting to my ears. And I have to agree with him. Most of them are really bad, and it's the speakers. All right, enough of that. So the second, or perhaps the first, here, let's say in a tie for first, setup. How you set those speakers up is so incredibly important. And I can't decide which one I would tell you is most important. I suppose if I had to choose, I probably would pick setup. I see more setup problems than just about anything ever. So even a bad pair of loudspeakers set up well to make the greatest advantage, it can result in some pretty decent sound. Where a great pair of speakers, poorly set up, not going to sound so good. So setup first, speakers second, everything else third, and fourth and fifth and sixth. Also, of course, what you're listening to. It is very important to get good, great recordings. Here's a plug for Octave Records. Check us out. All right. Thanks for the question. Talk to you later. Bye.